Donald Harris and his wife Alice hide in a cottage on the outskirts of London, along with 4 other survivors, following the initial outbreak of the rage virus. They hear a terrified boy begging to be let in. After hesitating, they do.
Who were chasing you?
My mum. My dad. They're trying to kill me.
However, moments later, the infected who have followed the boy break in and kill the survivors. Don pleads with Alice to leave the boy, but she refuses, so he escapes on a boat alone, leaving the others to die. After the infected die of starvation, NATO forces take control of Great Britain and begin to rebuild the island. 28 weeks after the outbreak, the US military begins to bring in settlers and refugees. Among the new arrivals are Don and Alice's children, Tammy and Andy, who were out of the country during the outbreak. They are admitted to District 1, a heavily guarded safe zone on the Isle of Dogs, where they are reunited with their father, who lies about the circumstances of their mother's presumed death. Sergeant Doyle, a Delta Force sniper, is among the soldiers guarding District 1. Tammy and Andy sneak out of the safe zone and return to their former home, hoping to recover a photograph of Alice among other belongings.
There you go.
Inside, they discover Alice alive in a delirious state, just as soldiers alerted by Doyle reach them and return them to District 1. Alice is quarantined and tested by Scarlett, a U.S. Army medical officer, and found to be an asymptomatic carrier of the rage virus. Don makes an unauthorized visit to Alice, to whom access is unsecured by security personnel, begging her to forgive him. After kissing Alice, Don gets immediately infected by her saliva and brutally kills her before going on a rampage. Scarlett rescues Tammy and Andy from an isolation room, theorizing that they might have inherited a genetic immunity to the virus that could lead to a cure. Don has instigated a domino effect of rapid infections, killing numerous refugees and military personnel.
Abandon selective targeting. Shoot everything. Targets are now free. We've lost control.
Unable to contain the chaos, Sergeant Stone orders everyone to be shot indiscriminately. Doyle refuses to comply and leaves his post to assist a small group of fleeing survivors. A panicked sniper kills 2 of the group, but Doyle returns fire and kills him, leaving himself, Scarlett, Tammy, Andy, and another survivor, Sam. The group reaches the edge of District 1 as the Air Force firebombs the whole zone. Don survives and follows them into abandoned London. Doyle's colleague, Flynn, flies his helicopter to Regent's Park to rescue Doyle, but tells him to abandon the others. As a crowd of infected people discovers the 5 escapees, a desperate Sam latches onto the flying helicopter, but is infected when Flynn uses his rotor blades to kill the crowd. Flynn instructs Doyle to meet at Wembley Stadium alone, but Doyle keeps the trio with him. They break into a deserted car to escape nerve gas that has been released to kill the infected, but are unable to start the car. As soldiers with flamethrowers draw near, Doyle exits the car to push start it and is burned alive. Scarlett and the children take shelter from aerial gunfire in the London Underground, navigating the darkness with a night vision rifle scope. Don ambushes them, killing Scarlett and biting Andy. Tammy is forced to kill Don. Andy becomes an asymptomatic carrier like Alice. Vowing to stick together, Tammy and Andy reach Flynn at Wembley Stadium, who reluctantly flies them to France. 28 days later, a French voice requesting help is heard through the radio in Flynn's abandoned helicopter. A group of infected people emerge from a Paris metro station near the foot of the Eiffel Tower, revealing that the virus has spread to mainland Europe.